and you heard the list that I went through the other day of the bums that are all getting paid more. I mean, hell, Tavares Jackson, his backup,
yeah, get that money.
It's making $750,000 more than Russell Wilson. He's making 1.5. You know, Russell Wilson making half of that.
Bama State in the building.
Bama State, that's right. We get it. Get it how you live, baby. Get it how you live.
That's so ridiculous.
But. I mean, you know, if I'm Russell Wilson, number one, I ain't getting no cooch. You know, well, that's on his own though.
That's
but
gonna be a problem.
Yeah, but you know, if I'm Russell Wilson and I'm looking and I go on the internet, what is it, Spotrac? What is it that has the salary?
I use Spotrac,
right?
Yeah.
And I go to Spotrac and I just want to see what my colleagues are making, right? And then you see all these guys that haven't even, you know, sniffed the Super Bowl.
See,
you know,
that's a Rob Calloway move.
Championship.
That's you. You to do that. You'll torture yourself that way. Like normally people wouldn't do that because you already know. You know what you're making, and you know the reports of the other guys, Cam, and you know what Andrew Luck is making, and these people are making. But if you are the dude that's gonna be like, man, it's 1:30 in the morning. I ain't even sleepy. Let me hop on this laptop, check out Spotrac real quick.
Let me see what the hell is Matt Ryan making again.
What? Yeah, see? And just be mad. First of all, this fine woman is in your bed, and you're not getting any from her, so you already frustrated. I don't care what this dude say. You're already frustrated behind that. Then you look at all these bums making twice your money, at least twice your money, and then you extra mad. Yeah, nothing good comes of doing that.
Let me see how much Gino. God, what?
Right,
Gino?
exactly.
Oh,
terrible.
What? Now, God, you told me not to have sex with this woman, but God, me and you need to have another conversation right here, right now.
Speaking of, did you see the Huffington
God
Post?
can't work this out for him?
Did you see the Huffington Post interview with Future?
No.
It's so stupid.
No, I did.
He said,
I did
he's
not.
like, man, God didn't tell me that. As a matter of fact, we used to pray after sex.
Oh, Lord.
So outstanding. I love ratchetness and hood stupidness. He's like, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. God didn't tell me that. Matter of fact, we used to talk to God as soon as we got done. That's so outstanding.
Russell is such a sucker, man.
He's a weirdo, dude.
Sucker.
Yo, yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway.
I mean, it don't take, if he just want to make sure the girl ain't got no STDs or HIV or nothing like that, you mess around with these rappers, I mean, hell, that don't take nothing. That don't take that long.
Plus, she had a baby, and they check you for all that when you have babies and all that kind of stuff. So
that's even more reason.
Yeah,
and then
clean.
the girl, and I'm sure she want to do it too, man. That's the whole thing.
Because she's used to it.
And then, and then her, because then her and Future broke up like right after, like a little bit after she had the baby. So it's like, I know she,
on fire too. She's like a little horn dog over there. Okay, so I told you dudes I wanted to bring back here to the city of Atlanta. Now we're talking about these wide receivers, and we're talking about wide receivers, and we're talking about the collusion charges that are being levied against the Cowboys and the Broncos. Well, right here in the city of Atlanta, you got a guy playing for his last or playing on the last year of his deal. He got his option picked up, so he'll play for $10-something million in Julio Jones this year.
Right.
Julio is on some real ignorant stuff to me. Like, I don't understand.
No,
I don't understand it.
No, I know you don't.
When Julio says that he's not worried about it, but he's not holding out because that would be selfish. Yeah, that would hurt his teammates. Wrong answer, cuzzo. You got one avenue of leverage, and that's you and your services. If you're giving them away for less than what they're worth, that hurts the crop. This is why Dez and Bebe can't take less, because then it hurts the position overall. When you start saying, all right, I'll buy down and take this $12 million. Nah, Larry Fitzgerald and Calvin Johnson have set the market for what you get when you're considered to be the best wide receiver.
You don't think that Julio would be the one that he'd sit down at the table and be like, all right,
well, it won't be him.
30.
Yeah, he's got good.
With people.
Yeah, good that he does, because he don't seem like the brightest dude in the world. Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a dude who's going to win any academic competitions. He's a football player, hell of a football player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Quintorris Julio Jones. That's right. I mean, Julio ain't even his name. What is his middle name?
That's his name, Quintorris. That's his first name, Quintorris.
Yeah, Quintorris. Well, Julio ain't got nothing to do with his name, though.
Nah, he's just a black dude with a Mexican name. Or Hispanic. Was that racist? I don't know. See, Matt, our guy Matt, only one Mr. Green on Twitter is in the chat room. As you guys can be.
Lopez down.
Well, you got two Mexican names. How about that? Or Hispanic. I said Mexican again.
He's black as hell.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like Matt, he's talking about humility. Like I understand the difference in the two dudes' state of mind. But what do you say about a guy like Demarius? Demarius don't talk. He don't say nothing, and he still can't get his money. Yeah. You know what I mean? He still can't get his money. So I don't think that really has a lot to do with it. I think right now what's happening is these owners are trying to recoup money. They're trying to be like, you think about what happened in Denver. You told the other Thomas boy, the tight end, to kick rocks. He's in Jacksonville now. Eric Decker left 2 years ago, and now you sitting here with you got Emmanuel Sanders out there. I'm sorry, Emmanuel Sanders is out there now, and Baby caught 111 balls last year, and I told people as soon as Eric Decker landed in New York, I was like, watch this dude go. Watch Baby go. He's a maniac. He's an awesome human being, and he's on par with Julio. He's on par with Dez Bryant, who's also on par with guys like AJ Green. The only difference I'll say about Julio and AJ, those dudes get nicked up. They do. I think Matt mentioned
Julio does too.
Yeah, both of them, Julio and AJ, they get nicked up a lot.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with a guy like that playing on the final year of his deal. Like, dude, you already had a screw breaking your foot already. The screw that you already had placed in before you got drafted. Like, it's one thing to be humble. Yeah, that's cool, and be a good teammate. But as we always discuss on this show, you are your own corporation. Run it like that. Because at the end of the day, when it's time for you to go, the Falcons ain't going to care. When it's time for Julio to go, yeah, before the end of his career, Julio will play for 2 more or 3 more teams. It's just what it is. So all this, my teammates need me and this, that, and the other, and all this, yeah, that's fine. But you sound like a dude who ain't got an old lady at home. That's what you sound like. Because out of me, you, and the 2 dudes that are in the chat room right now, I'm not sure I can come back until, hey, baby, guess what? It's a radio station in Miami. They want to pay me $1 million, but I can't leave Rob in the podcast. Yeah, dude. That's what you call irreconcilable differences. Yeah, that's what you on the divorce papers. They say irreconcilable differences right there immediately. Well, you go and stick that thing in Rob then. Well, I won't do that, but I get your point. I get your point, baby. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. If it ain't about the money. Yeah, exactly. He's right. Matt's right. It's got to be, and not necessarily just about the money, but the sport that you play. You know what I mean? You basically have a day-to-day job in the NFL. That's basically what it is. Because on any given day, at practice or in the game, it could be your last. Based on something.
Who said Julio can't pour to David West?
Yeah, did I mention that already? David West does have, and not like he don't have like a light skinned curly head black man. He got a real dude.
Niggas.
You're right. It got to the point where I even Googled after I Googled David West's wife. I Googled David West divorce because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't right, that I wasn't looking at an old picture or something. Like, maybe he ain't with her no more and he can make a fool move, like go from, like, what was it, like 9 million to 1.2?
No, hell no.
What was it?
12 million, wasn't it?
That's even worse.
He walked away for 12. He walked away for 10% of what he would have made. He would have made 12. He's getting 1.2.
Good for him, dude.
In the hopes of winning a championship.
Yeah, good for him, dude.
Ain't no chip guaranteed with this.
Yeah, good for that dude. I know I couldn't pull that in this house. That ain't happening at all.
What you saying?
That can't happen. No. Yeah, Matt said the same thing. It was 12. Yeah, my man. Yeah. Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
David West is doing something good something right at the house.
You remember that movie Pootie Tang? Somebody, no matter, anytime.
I prefer not to, but go ahead.
I'm saying, but anytime Pootie Tang would do something when he was young, his daddy's belt would just come out of nowhere and they'll pop. God bless my daddy, right? But if I had the opportunity to make 12 and I walked away for 1.2, hey boy, that belt be popping everywhere, boy. Like it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, that's a crazy decision to make, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I mean, here we got a bunch of. I mean, you guys are big time Falcons fans. I would be more concerned than maybe just that whole. Well, we get to see Julio on the field this year. Yeah, you do, but I'm the type of dude that if I feel like if I was a Falcons fan, I'd want that guy taken care of. Like that deal that Roddy inked a couple years ago, I felt like Roddy should have been playing in Buffalo now or something. You know what I mean? Like I understand that whole, Roddy White should retire a Falcon. Not really, because you already drafted his replacement.
Yeah. But they ended up holding the goods too long though. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. These past few years, I've been like, boy, Harry Douglas and Julio might have been an all right one too. I think the Falcons might have been able to do well without the services of one Roddy White.
That's the point I'm making. Yeah, he should have been. Yeah. He should have been a Bengal or something or a Charger or something.
I'm just saying because in the absence of Roddy and Julio, Harry Douglas really emerged as a really good wide receiver.
Yeah, and Roddy's getting up there in age, man. He's played a lot of snaps, and his body's starting to betray him a little bit, man. You see these little injuries turn into bigger deals than they probably would be if he was a 24-year-old, 25-year-old man.
Yeah, they become naggers.
Yeah, but that's water under the bridge now. But I truly feel like taking care of Julio should be a priority, and it's not only that it's not a priority. They're saying that there are no talks going on right now. That's what I'm reading right now. They ain't even
crazy.
Yeah, they ain't even hollering at this dude. It's like, come on, what are we talking about? And in all fairness, it could be a situation where the number is the number, right? And it could be a situation where they're waiting until after tomorrow, I should say, when the franchise tag deadline is passed. They want to see if Dez or if Bebe sign a deal, because then again the market gets reset then. But whatever these two dudes get, because right now we're talking what the kid in Pittsburgh, you got the kid in you got Brown in Pittsburgh, you got Bebe, you've got Julio, AJ, Dez. I'd put Jordy Nelson in there. That's probably the 6 best wide receivers in the NFL right now. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I think those are probably the 6 best receivers in the NFL. I think Calvin Johnson's on a downslope right now, and I don't think he's in that top tier anymore, outside of name being Megatron. But I think over the years, Matthew Stafford he's probably killed that dude so many times. Like I don't know how much Detroit Lions football that you guys have seen, but the amount of times that Matthew Stafford will throw a ball into triple coverage and get that dude railed over the middle, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And now his body's paying the price for it. He's got so many lower leg injuries right now. He's having to convince people. This is Calvin Johnson convincing people that I still got some more left in the tank. Usually, dude, if you have to tell people that, it's already a problem. You know what I mean? It's like you trying to sell me the car. Like, man, you get a tune-up on that bad boy, it's going to run like it's brand new. Well, why hasn't it already been done then?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, and not to knock Calvin or the Lions or any of that, but I mean, for a minute, man, the Lions just didn't have anything else but Calvin Johnson to throw the damn ball. I mean,
that's kind of a chicken and the egg thing. It's like, how would you know? Because every ball went to Calvin. You know what I mean? It's like, which one came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, how about the quarterback that had confidence in the other wide receivers? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I definitely. Or he just like, and it's hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm the guy that says every time, if you can get here in Atlanta, if you can get the ball to number 11, do it. Do it. He's always open, right? I'm that guy, so I can't be that hypocritical. Like, yeah. But when you're throwing dudes across the middle and getting him just railed, I gotta say something.
Do you remember do you remember that game? Matt Ryan threw the ball to Julio Jones probably about 15 times in a row,
and Julio had
Julio got hurt.
Yeah, he had 250 yards that game too. Yeah.